Gotta have all these phones. Why do we have all these phones, y'all? We have like 6, 7 phones in our house so we could be able to go live. All right, y'all. Good afternoon. Hello, everybody. It is Nicole Cooper, and we are going live with our 2-week recap. My husband had to go make a run for delivery, so he will be here in a second. He's just going to slide on in as we get started, but I wanted to go ahead and do these recaps. I'm going to start, we're launching our YouTube channel, and we'll talk a little bit about that, about just building your business gradually, right? There's so many things that you can do, so many things that you want to do, but I really want to focus on the startup piece of a business with you guys. I do believe that for many of us, and you guys know that I'm a business coach, right? And a business consultant. Like, that is my trade. And so we're going to go live on the Smokin Skillet too. But my trade, what I do for a business is I'm a business consultant. So I am behind the scenes of a lot of brands that you guys might be familiar with as a consultant, helping people with getting started, helping them with monetizing their businesses, helping them with just a lot of things, helping them with their sales funnels, helping them with just stuff. Like, that's what I do all day, every day. I'm on a call with somebody talking about something that they're doing to get something launched. Like, that is my area of expertise, right? So when it came down to launching this brand for my husband, it was so exciting because it's in-house. And it also gives me an opportunity to, I shared this a couple weeks ago, or a week ago, it gives me a chance to go back to what it's like to start from scratch. I think a lot of times we get detached because we tend to, you get so familiar with a process that you assume everybody is like that, right? You see life through your own eyes. So if things are a little easy for you, and my cousin tells me all the time, she said, if I hear you say all you got to do is, she said, I'm checking out. She said, because you have an assumption that all you got to do is easy for me, when I need you to stop and walk me through every step because I don't see what you see, right? And when she said that to me, I was like, ooh, I say that all the time. Like, oh, that's simple. All you got to do is this. And the truth is, it's simple for me, but it's because I've done it routinely over the years. And so now that I'm in the house with my husband, and we had this idea, we had this concept, y'all see our shirts. So shouts out to the Smokin Skillet. Y'all make sure y'all go to our website, check out our merch. And the things that we have on there. But, it's like, now that I'm in the house with my husband, I see where he struggles. I see what frustrates him. And I see like the things that he shuts down on, where he's like, I can't do that. Or this is overwhelming for me. Or I don't understand how to work this. Or, you know what I mean? It's like I get to see what areas are very challenging for him, that keeps him from operating in his gift zone. So it's allowed me now to better understand how to better help other people, and even just go back to simplifying some things. Some of my clients, we've been talking lately about how this internet space have overcomplicated stuff. At the end of the day, you guys, it's you, it's your customer, it's getting them what they need. That's it. But we put sales funnels and ads and all these things in between us, which those are essential parts of a business. But what we forget is the human that we're really just trying to connect with. And so it's exciting that me and my husband, we're doing this organically. We've been able to build this business so far. We're 2 weeks in, right? It's not a big business yet. We're 2 weeks in, but we've been able to do some things in 2 weeks with just our family and friends and our network and social media, that I'm like, at the end of the day, it's serving the people, right? It's not how many different campaigns you can run to sound super smart and sophisticated. It's about what can you do to get to your audience and give them the best service and experience possible, okay? So I want to talk to you guys about a couple of lessons that we've learned, some accomplishments that we've made, and some tips that I can share with you guys for those of you that are looking to get your business up and running, and you might be at home doing this by yourself and it has been a struggle. Or you have an idea on something you want to launch, you don't know where to start. Or you've been in business, you might want to pivot. You might want to add some things. You might want to figure out how to grow your business. You might try to figure out, how to expand it into other things. And we'll talk a little bit about just some of the processes that we're going through. And another thing that I will share with you guys, I've had a ton of you guys in my inbox You have been asking me for how we did it. How did we launch our store? Who did this? Who did that? I am going to be doing a masterclass on how to launch your online e-com store over the weekend. Like, how can you launch a store in a weekend? If you want to know our story, my husband and I put up a post about what he was working on, which was just a logo, the cover of a cookbook, and him holding some cookies. And because of that one post, we got over 330 comments from people asking, where can we buy it? How can we support? Where is the website? They started asking us all these questions. And when they asked all the questions, me being the person that I am, I was like, yo, we need this demand. Like, it's time to set it up. So that happened on a Friday, probably about 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I woke up on a Saturday, and I get up at 3 a.m. every morning to work. So I got up at 3 a.m. and by 7 a.m. the website was done. Everything was ready for sale. And we started taking orders. And I think our first day, I think we had like 20 plus orders, which was exciting. Okay, so we're going to talk a little bit about that and some lessons that we learned and some of the things that we accomplished. So I'm literally looking at my stats right now. So let me just share with you guys. Here's something that I'm super excited about, just as a business owner who's been in different types of businesses. Okay, so my real nook and cranny in business, my specialty is consulting and coaching and training, right? Creating digital products and programs, creating courses, and working with people as a consultant for helping them to strategize, monetize their businesses and stuff like that. So this is I've sold merchandise and I've sold e-com before, but I did it mostly through other people's platforms, like in network marketing companies. And then I've sold a lot of digital stuff. So I used to run a private label rights content company where people came to us and bought ebooks and courses and all that. We created them and we sold them private label where people could just put their name on them and resell them. So I did that. And then I sold like t-shirts in the past for network marketing companies that I was in, but nothing real. I've never really done any real major e-com, but I've seen a lot of people do it. And I've been in the circle for a long time, but I never really got deep into it. So this is come on, babe, grab your chair. Come on, join us. So this is like my first real experience with e-com. Can I tell y'all, it is so exciting. Like, I tell somebody, I said, gosh, I'm having more fun. Don't get me wrong about the money side. I'm having more fun selling $25 packs of cookies than I do in my coaching sometimes, because coaching is cool. But what happens is you do high ticket stuff. There's a high level of expectation. So my brain's always working. It's always me using intellectual property to help other people with their businesses. So it's like so hands-on, right? But what I love about e-com is you're delivering a product, the person orders a product, you ship it off, and you're done. Transaction is complete, right? So it's not this endless expectation here, babe, so you can sit up. It's not this endless expectation of, always have an expectation for you to keep delivering. Like, that's usually what my business model is in consulting, right? It's this endless expectation of delivery. So in e-com, it's really fun. Shopify, we use Shopify, which is so powerful. And you can go to nicolescooper.com/Shopify if you want to start a store. We do get an affiliate commission from that. But I would love it if you use that link if you want to get a Shopify store. But here's the thing, y'all. They have everything set up for you. Like, they make it so easy to get your products up and get them out there for sale in an hour. So we'll do a masterclass on that. I'm going to be uploading and posting that information for you guys within the next day or so. And I'll walk you through some things and give y'all some tips on apps that we're using and ways that we're actually using this to convert a lot more sales in our business. But e-com is amazing. So with Shopify, you also put the app on your phone. And every single time there's a transaction made, y'all, you hear cha-ching, cha-ching. It's like a cash register. Cha-ching, cha-ching. It's so easy to get addicted to the cha-chings. It's super, super excited. So, hey, babe.
Yeah. Hey,
how you doing? You say hey.
How you doing? Thank you again for all your support, all your love. Demonstrations will be coming soon when it comes down to the cookbook and such. I don't know if Nicole
we haven't gotten there yet.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm jumping the gun.
No, you're fine. You just say hi.
But hey.
And so how do you feel about the first 2 weeks? We've been in business for 2 weeks. How's it been for you?
I feel good about it. I mean, it's something new, exciting. It's an adventure. it just feels good to see the support coming through from the people, and so it's been real good, It gets a little tiring at times, but I guess that's just work all together. But other than that, I feel great about it.
Yeah.
I feel great about it.
Yeah, building a business that's built on deliveries is work. Here's the thing. We see a lot of glamorized stuff, right? Where everybody's showing you how much money they made, but they're not showing you at home, making the products, packing the boxes, doing the shipping labels, and doing all those things. And so this is why I am a big proponent now of not just talking about making money online, because what people don't tell you is the work that goes behind making the money. I think a lot of us have gotten to, my phone is dying. Can you grab the charger? A lot of us, you need a long cord one. I don't know where that is. A lot of us have gotten into this assumption that people make easy money. And I sell digital products. That's kind of easy. But there's just different business models that require different levels of effort. All right. So let me kind of walk you guys through a couple of things that we've discovered in our first 2 weeks. Okay. And I like to share these things because, number one, I believe that, it feels good when somebody's telling you the journey and not just the destination. You're going to have people who are like, yeah, we made $1 million this last month doing blah, 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 blah. But how did you start? What does your start look like? What kind of work did you have to do? What kind of hardships did you face? What kind of lessons did you learn? I'm the kind of person that likes to know how this works, right? And I see some questions on here. Cookies are great. Rashi said, Felicia said, cookies are delicious. Thanks, y'all, for the support. And shouts out to Rashi and his wife. They just started a fedora company. Rashi, you got to tell me what that is, because I definitely want to start doing promotions of other small businesses to help you guys get out there. Y'all, we got to support the small business. Many of us are just getting started, and the world is changing, and it feels so good to see so many people get started. So Rashi, make sure you remind me of your the website. It's beautiful. It's called Heal and something. It's Fedora Company. And so I'll be featuring them on our Feature Fridays for other small businesses. I'm gonna start featuring tons of other small businesses. Okay, cool. So I don't know if this is gonna sit. Is it gonna work? I don't know. Let's see. All right, y'all. So let's go through what we've accomplished in the first 2 weeks. Okay. And for those of you that are new here, I'm Nicole Cooper. This is my husband, Chunga, and we are building a business together. And that's another subject we'll be talking about building together as a husband and wife or a couple. What does that look like, and how do you do this? How do you make it work? This isn't working. How do you make it work? And what are some of the key things that you can do so that y'all can win together, right? And be effective. So y'all be hearing us talk a lot more about building businesses as a couple, because I do believe that we need to have that conversation. This is my husband and I. This isn't our first time working together, but I think this is the first time where we're doing something that's not my agenda. I have a big push from the marketing side of ways that we can grow the company, just because that's my area of expertise. But I love the fact that it is my husband's passion and vision of things that we're building out and we're developing that he gets to be a part of. What do you want to say about that, babe?
Oh, wow.
He's just not a man of many words.
It takes a lot of, I don't know, just compromise. It takes a lot of that. It takes a lot of, democracy. I've been using that word a lot.
Democracy.
I don't know. It takes a lot of just, being able to negotiate each other's differences or whatnot to be able to work together.
Or just understanding each other's differences. I think for years I used to try to make him be me and do what I do. And it was always combative. It was like, you should know this, you should know that, you should do this. And he would be like, that ain't me. Like, I don't want to do that. And I think we finally discovered where his strengths lie and where my strengths lie and how to complement them. And I stopped asking him to do things that I know frustrate him. Right. So when it comes to this whole marketing thing, and it comes for, thank you, Dee. Now Cecilia said, I'm excited for you too. Love you, sis. But when it comes to working together, there's just things that I just don't put on his plate because I know that they frustrate him. And a lot of it is like the tech stuff. Right. So there's things that when we worked on the recipe book, I was like, babe, just put all your thoughts out. I'll clean it up. So he was able to just put his recipes out, tell me what he used. I would sit and type up like, okay, how do you cook this? And how much do you put of this or whatever? And I just became his administrative assistant, right? I just started typing stuff out and just doing the things that I know I can naturally do well that support him so that he can do what he does well that keeps him from being frustrated, right? So I would say that, especially for anybody doing things collaboratively with someone else, is be honest about where your strengths are and support each other in that. And then when you see where they get frustrated, take it off their plate. Because there's a lot of things like with him, when he in that kitchen, he don't want to be bothered. It's like, I'm focused. Don't, throw anything at me while I'm in here, because he's in a zone. So I had to learn, like, leave him alone, right? I had to learn, like, okay, if you see something need to get done, go ahead and get it done and step in and make his life easier. And that has been working really, really well for us. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah, it's working great. So, everybody has a position on the team to play. And, it's about playing that position. So I'm not scared to admit what I can't do that right now. I don't even give me that, because it's going to crash,
Yeah.
And so it's a two-way street. And so we just do our best to work it, do what works. And that's what you all will have to find. You have to find out just what works for you and, make it happen.
Yeah.
It's good.
So let me tell y'all a couple of things we accomplished in the first 2 weeks. So we have officially done over 170 sales. All right. We have, so we're almost up to 200 sales in the first 30 days, and which is freaking phenomenal. All right. So we made some decent money, and I will say the first 30 days, probably everything we're making is going right back into the business. Like, people will be like, oh, I made $15,000. Yeah, but you probably, when you're getting started, are going to spend at least, 3,000-4,000 of that going back into your business. For us, we have to buy equipment. We have to buy different things that are going to be able to sustain the business, right? And then another thing too is y'all understanding all of this stuff is a test. We started with perishable items being shipped. So we didn't even know if that would work. And for some people it works, for some people it didn't. We've gotten complaints, right? Where this when it got here, it didn't work out because the packaging was wrong, right? So the cookie didn't deliver as well as a different packaging that we tried. So we've gotten feedback, constructive criticism, we've gotten compliments, we've gotten everything. But I ask people, give us everything. Like, if it didn't deliver well, let us know, because that means we have to change packaging. We have to know what we need to do to improve the experience. And that's one thing I will say, guys, don't take anything personal. I know that when we're building a business and it's your baby, you want to believe that everybody's going to love it. And the truth is they're not. Like, I've gotten some calls like, Nick, nope, this didn't work out. I didn't like it. I need you to switch this. This is what was wrong. This, there's some people who are really good cooks who are like, okay, I will tweak this. I will tweak that, switch this up, switch that up. And they've given us feedback, because we're dealing with something that when it's made fresh, it's amazing. But when it's being shipped and it takes a couple of days, the whole composition of it can change. Yeah. So we are learning, like, how does this work in getting feedback. So it's not really a big money making push right now as much as it is, will this work? How do we make it where it's superior service and a great experience? And what are the things that we need to improve on? And then, is it worth it to keep doing this piece of it, right? Because you have to make it profitable eventually. But for these first 2 weeks, it's been a test. Like, all right, will we want to keep selling cookies? How does it deliver? What are your profit margins? What are the outcomes? And there's way more to the business models that I'm going to share with you guys. But it's that whole assessment piece, right? So we've done 170 sales, and we've gotten a lot of good feedback in 2 weeks. It also has allowed us to begin to understand how to get our operations in order, right? So when you're building a business, you got to learn how to get things going. When do you make the cookies? When do you ship them out? What is your shipping process? How much does shipping cost? Y'all, shipping is expensive. We're not Amazon, so you're not getting free. This is not Prime, right? If people want to pay us $115, $20 for the year and we give them free shipping, that is an option, right? Join our Prime over here and we'll do free shipping. But the truth is that there's all these added costs and in between things that you don't think about when you're building a business that you have to monitor and gauge, right? So I tell people, you don't want to look at your business. A lot of people want success overnight. Honestly, success overnight in certain business models will crush you if you're not prepared for it. and if you don't have your house in order. We can't take 100 orders a day right now, right? We're just getting started, getting our operations going. So we're good with where we're at, and we're going to continue to ramp it up, but we're intentionally starting smart. Not starting slow, but we're starting smart. We're testing, trying, monitoring, and then as we get the feedback, we fix it, tweak it, and then we make adjustments, right? You want to add to that anything?
Nah, everything's just, it's business. It's all part of business, And so I don't even know if that even sounds right, but it's just, you said everything. Like you got it all out. Like that's it, So
yeah.
Everything that she said, yes, I 100% concur with that. Like I said, it's the cost of doing business. You gotta do things. You gotta make adjustments. You gotta figure out if it's worth it. You gotta look at profit margins, everything that she said, and all that kind of stuff. How much it costs to make a cookie. But I think the biggest thing I like, if you're trying to sell a bigger product, I think the one thing I saw was, the marketing plan and the marketing tools that's being used to, grab an audience, and grab their attention, and then leveraging that audience into something more, and then leveraging that more, and so it's a starting point. I'm good. I'm glad that we were able to come up with a name, got a shirt, got something going, and just putting something out there and trying it and doing it, and so it's paying off. It's teaching all of us something. So
even the kids.
Yeah, so it's a great project to get the families involved in and all that kind of stuff. And you have a niche, whatever it is out there. Somebody wants it. Somebody wants it. You know what I mean? So that's the encouraging part, that somebody wants what
somebody
you have.
Will pay for it.
Yeah, somebody pay for it.
Yeah. So it's been feedback, and like he said, so these are some of the beginning lessons. Another lesson that I would say that we got out of this is making sure that, like he talked about with the whole marketing plan. Listen, y'all, and this is something I had to get over, but you got to be an aggressive promoter for your business, okay? And here's what I mean. You don't want to spam people, but you got to be shamelessly promoting. I remember back in the day, we can do a couple of things and put it out there, and it just seemed like business kept coming from a few key things you did. The market has changed. It's so much noise. Everybody's promoting something. Everybody's sharing something. And if you don't keep your product in front of people, they will forget, out of sight, out of mind, because they're looking at another ad that somebody put out there, or another post that somebody put up, or they're buying something else from somewhere else that somebody mentioned. So you have to have a consistent marketing plan for your business to keep your product in front of people, because they need to see what you are selling. And it is not you don't have to be ashamed about it, but you do have to be tasteful with it. That's a whole nother conversation on the how, but the what is shamelessly promote what you got, right? Shamelessly promote what you got. Another lesson that I would share too is, especially for those that might be doing physical products, like for what we're doing is perishable. I don't see a lot of people doing what we're doing. It exists. But most people, they're selling like t-shirts or skincare or gadgets and gizmos, right? And so for us to be doing this perishable thing, it's like restaurant business, which is a big business. Like you could take a lot of losses if you don't know what you're doing, in essence, right? So one of the things that we did was make sure that we added other income sources to our business model, right? And so I think, Felicia, you asked, like, how do we get our merch going? Let me tell y'all something. It is so easy now to do merch. I would say, guys, y'all have Printful out there. You have Custom Ink. You have all these different stores. One of the things that we did, we just set up our logo, but I wanted to support local business. And I called a bunch of local embroidery shops, local screen printing shops. And we found a local company here that one of my friends' families owns. And we just went through them and we made a deal with them and just said, hey, we're going to need X amount of shirts throughout the year. So it's not a one-time order, and they cut a deal with you to go ahead and print your items. And then from there, we have a relationship where every single week or month when we need products, we let them know and they'll get them ready for us to pick up, right? So we add merchandise. We got digital products. We got our cookbook, and that's going to be coming out into a physical form. We're going to be doing courses. You guys will be hearing us about our co-cooking classes. He's going to be doing some live demonstrations to support the recipes that are in the cookbook. So there's so many different things that, and I don't want to say you do a whole lot of different things, but you do complementary things that support your business. And so that's some of the things that we're doing. You want to add anything to that, babe?
Any more questions out there? Like, what are some more questions that people want to know? Anything?
Any questions? Any more questions? Anybody want to ask questions?
Yeah, there's nothing sacred. You can ask questions that you want answers to.
So I wanted to share with you guys how to grow your business the smart way. And that's what I'm sharing with you, is that you want to go ahead and have other sources of income, especially digital things that you can supplement your income because of your costs and overhead and expenses and things like that. That's really good. Secrets to offsetting expenses is having those things. Because if you have digital programs where all you do is, you create something and it's automatically delivered, it keeps the overhead down, right? Because we got to buy boxes. Y'all listen, when you see expenses that people have, when they have a fee, pay people's fees. You don't know what's behind it. Y'all, we got to buy boxes, tissue paper, stickers, cards, printing paper. It's like all that stuff that you don't realize, it adds up. By the time you just package cookies in a box, you done spent $5 just on the box and everything in it, right? And then you add the sugar and the flour and this and the that, and you start realizing, like, God, there's a lot of expenses in this, and you got to know where your profit margins are. So you have to find things that are gonna be able to make sense for you financially in your business. So support us at thesmokinskillet.com. For those of y'all that want to support us, thesmokinskillet.com without a G, right? SMOKIN skillet.com. And then the last thing, tips on how to work with your spouse when building a new business. We kind of talked about that already. I got to hop on another call. But I will say this, you guys, I have built tons of businesses over the years. And it is, I still have companies that I run and things that I do, but it's something about helping your spouse with the vision that they have. I know he sees me build everybody else's businesses, hears me on everybody else's calls and giving them all this insight and strategy. And then he'll come to me with an idea and I'm like, hey, let me get back with you. Let me finish this real quick. And or why don't we schedule a time to talk and let's meet on Friday? And finally I was like, no, I'm gonna give you my undivided attention and I'm gonna go all in with you to get this launched. And it feels really good to see him finally be the best client that I ever had, right? That I give my all to him in his business. And it's so, it's nothing more powerful than building in home for what can benefit your household, because I think a lot of us want to save the world and then we leave our family to compromise what we do for everybody else. So it's been amazing to support him, and we're excited about where we're going.
And so like that, this wasn't working together is not an overnight
thing.
It might be for some people, you know what I mean? But for, the reality of it is that, it takes time.
I got to wrap it up. I got another call too.
Yeah, it takes time. So build brick by brick, go one log on the fire at a time, keep running your race, do what's necessary to win. And that's it.
And it will all work together for your good. So we're going to do some more recaps. And somebody just put a comment up. I never thought cookies being shipped from Texas would still taste fresh like they just came out of the oven until I received these. Nicole, I had to put them down. Oh my God, they are delicious. Yay. Good. We love those comments. We get both. We get the ones like, I don't like them. Or they were hard. Or they were this. Or they were that. Right. So it's a blessing. I'm excited when we can get it right. Because and that's another thing. You'll always be working to get it right. So y'all listen. I wanted to do these. We'll do these recaps. We're 170 sales in. Y'all help us get to 200 sales. Spread the word. Help us get the word out there. Go to thesmokinskillet.com. Get some of our merch. We have aprons. We have other things that are coming. We have some classes that we're going to be doing. We're going to be launching our YouTube channel. Follow us on Instagram. And then we'll be talking about building together. Yeah. What does it mean to build a business together as a husband and wife, and all the hell we went through to get here? Because it ain't started rosy and cheeky, y'all. It's been a long journey, okay? 18 years and a lot of experiences. And so we hope that this benefits you guys. We'll continue to come back and do a recap, but I gotta go, gotta hop on a call. Love you guys. Stay tuned and check us out at thesmokinskillet.com and share this video if you feel like it will help other people. All right, if you wanna learn more about the upcoming masterclass where you can launch your online store in a weekend, be on the lookout. Follow me on Facebook, and I'm gonna be posting for you guys to pre-register. We have a discounted rate for those that pre-register, and then we'll be doing it on a Saturday, and it'll be about a 2-hour class to help you get your site set up. All right, that's it, y'all. Gotta go. Love you guys. See you later. Bye. All right, and listen, I gotta hop on a call. And